Citrus was first introduced into Florida in the mid-1500s by Spanish explorers. When they planted those trees, they flourished under Florida growing conditions. And so over the next 400 years, citrus really took root and got established throughout the state of Florida. It wasn't until the late 1800s that we had advances in transportation that opened up new markets throughout the country for citrus, and the citrus industry began to take off in Florida. In 1917, because of the importance that citrus could play in Florida's economy, the Florida legislature authorized the establishment of an experiment station to work specifically on citrus, and that was what was known as the Citrus Experiment Station here in Lake Alfred. Now, one provision about that authorization for this station to be developed was that the funding had to come solely from growers. So a group of Polk County citrus growers got together and raised a little over $13,000 to purchase the 84 acres of land that the station now sits on. For the early years of the station, the land was a place for citrus researchers to drive down from Gainesville and do experiments working in citrus. In about 1926, the first research lab was built at the Citrus Experiment Station. And this lab allowed us to put a full-time faculty member from Gainesville to live and work in the heart of the citrus industry. There's been a number of advances made in citrus production practices that have been developed here at the Citrus Experiment Station. In the very early years, advances in our understanding of fertilization, how better to fertilize and care for citrus crops. Irrigation practices, what are the water requirements of citrus, and how best to time those water irrigation schemes to increase crop yield. In 1984, the name again changed to the Citrus Research and Education Center to more accurately reflect the mission of the CREC as working in citrus as our primary commodity focus. Today, keeping in with that mission of trying to help growers solve their problems, we've developed a lot of new rootstocks here in Florida, as well as some new citrus varieties that are just now starting to hit the market. And there's been a lot of advances in terms of pest. Biological control got its beginnings in citrus. Biocontrol is important for a lot of crops today, but the early advances in biocontrol came from citrus grown in California and Florida. And so there's been a lot of advances like that, too numerous to name, where we have worked with growers, identified the problems, and developed solutions to those problems so growers can remain productive. And so it's a really good partnership that we have with the citrus growers to identify the problems and then work to develop solutions that benefit the entire industry.